Hi, this is Chris Buss with Traders Profit Compass with your midday market pulse for Monday, October 19th. Okay, let's dive right into it. Lots going on this morning. Starting out with SPY 2-hour chart. Almost right out of the gate, they started selling and filled the morning gap and are now price is now dropping out of this 2-hour channel. So let's look at the 30-minute chart. It's a lot clearer here. Here's the morning selling. We've got a support layer here right below 346 on my chart, and that is just below this uptrend line that I've got drawn. Should price break this level, 345, 70-ish, something like that, your next target's going to be down here at 344. So if you're, if you got short on this break, you're fine. A place to initiate a short, if you're not short, would be on a break of this level here, looking for 344. And I would cover there actually, and then wait to see what happens. You've got a cluster of prices here between 344 and 341.50, and that's our key level, the super key level, 341.50, because that's marks the inside of this trading range. So right now, the bears have control of the the short time frames, the 30-minute chart. The bears are in control. We're going to have to see if the bulls can step in. They've tried a couple times and have failed to step in and truly bounce it. So this level here becomes really important for them to kind of arrest the selling and stabilize prices here if they want to try and bounce it back up. So that remains to be seen. RSI has dropped below 50. This PPO bear cross is proceeding down below 0. So those are favoring more downside here short term. So I think you should be leaning that way, especially on any breaks of support going forward this afternoon. QQQ, pretty much the same thing. You can see that the Qs have already tested last week's low, and they've got a sliver here of this gap that they never filled last week. So a break of the low has a first target of about $1 more to the downside, and then you've got this 285 and you've got this 283 coming in. So there are multiple support levels in here for QQQ if the bulls want to step in. There's plenty of places here, top of the gap, bottom of the gap, this 285 level, and then this 283 level would be places to step in and see if they can bounce it. 30-minute chart, you see it much clearer. This was the low last week. We're testing that right now. A break below would target 286. So if you got short on this breakdown up here, stay short, see how it handles this next support level, and if you get a break, then you're coming down to 286. So that'll be another $1.50, something like that, down to this level. And that'll be important to hold because you can see that there's not a lot of support here between 286 and 282. That would be one you want to be short if that breaks. So manage your position. Take your shots as you see fit on these breaks of support. You're always welcome to roll down your strikes. If you got short up here, you can roll it down, then roll it down again to protect your win as the day progresses in case they try to bounce it hard here in the noon hour or early in the afternoon. IWM has been holding up a lot better than the other indexes. We've seen dollar weakness, which is helping, the resource plays and stuff like that. So as long as it stays within this box above 162, I think we're fine. On a break below 162, like we talked this morning, then that would favor a move down to 160. And we can see it here on the 30-minute chart. This little downtrend line that I penciled in has really capped the advance. I thought we were going to break out above 164, but it didn't happen. So now we're starting to see some weakness creep in even to IWM. Facebook lost this 164 level. I put a short on that. I am in the 262.50s for Friday. We got this little bounce back up to 264. Obviously, I'm hoping that that rolls over here and that my position plays out. But right now, it's holding pretty firm here, right around 264. But with the selling pressure that's out there, I am hoping that Facebook proceeds down. And if it pops above 264, I may take it off. Certainly here at 266, you'd have to take it off, but I don't see that in the cards anytime soon, so I'm sticking with that position. Apple came down to test last week's low right here at 118 and has put in a little bounce, but now it's back testing this 118 level. If that were to break, it will fill the balance of this gap from last Monday and then come down to 117. And then if 117 doesn't hold, then you're looking at 115. But right now it's holding pretty firm, holding up pretty well, all things considered. Your key spot to watch is 118. And of course, if it recovers 120, then I think it's a long. If there's some afternoon strength and they really rally it above 120, I think it's a long. Tesla's holding up well. It's just kind of sitting here at this gap support you can see. I don't think there's a real trade to make there. I think the real trade is at 430. If that were to break, then you've got some real downside you can capture. Right here with it holding up well, I think that's probably a tough trade to try and game $10 on that stock. I don't have real high conviction that that's going to play out. I would wait for 430, and that may even be a long there against that support since it's held up so well. Microsoft has been really weak this morning. We got this push up to 221.50 that failed again, and then they sold it off. I have a short on this one on the break of 218. I am in the 217.50s for Friday. So what I'm looking to have happen is price come down and double check, tag this prior low at 216, and then I'll have to wait and see if if I want to cover there or try and hold on for 213. See how it handles this this afternoon if it makes it that far. Amazon, this is that big candle from Friday, came up, back touched this 33.35 and then sold off ever since. And really that is a very similar look that we had Friday, where Amazon reached up to touch a well-established resistance level and then fell away. This morning, same thing, reached up to 335 or 33.35 and was on the bottom side of this trend line and then fell away. So right now, as it stands, price is open to 3,200 on the downside, and then we would have to see if that held there. Job one for the bulls this afternoon is recapture this 3,250 level and then have an open door to push up towards this level here around 32.85, something like that, right here. Google, like all the others, have sold off. It had been stronger than the rest, and actually still is, because it's not even down to this gap from last Monday. So, right now, as long as it holds 1540, I think the bulls can, still be in charge on the bigger picture. Obviously, the bears are in control right at the moment here. But they'd have to break 1540 to get any kind of real traction going to the downside. Netflix gave a nice opportunity for a quick short this morning. I think some of the guys in the trading room took that reach up to downtrend resistance and then sold off. The entry was on the break of 535, and then you got the touch down at 525, and that would have been a place to cover that at support. Now, one guy in particular took a long here, and that was, that's a great objective entry. Long against, a well-defined level, and he's got a nice $10, $11 bounce going right at the moment. And if it can break above this 535 and downtrend resistance, then you got an open door back up to 545. And remember, earnings is tomorrow, so this might be a little pre-earnings run into tomorrow and into the print. And so that was a nice little entry and nice little trade he's got working there. Big C, down day. I haven't been messing with it, but now it's below this 103 and the trend line. There could be some further downside here unless it can recapture this 103 level. Team was an idea from this morning. I'll do an update on it. Came down, and now it's up $7, 3%. If anybody took that, they're sitting pretty. You can move your stop up to break even and see if we get that pre-earnings push up to the measured move, which is 235. NEO has been a little soggy this morning, down 2%, right up here. We're in November 26th. I think we're fine so far. I haven't seen any reason to pull the plug on that, and hopefully it'll push higher. I did see a lot of institutional order flow this morning, targeting the October 30th $30 calls, and that would work out great. If they win, we win. So yeah, they're looking for higher prices on NEO. DraftKings, rough couple weeks, down here to this 42.50 that we had been targeting. But in the interim, I found out that they have a IPO lockup expiration tomorrow. That may be the reason for, all this weakness. So I had said I wanted to get long right here at 42.50, which is key support. You can tell from the, the prior high. I'm going to wait another day. It's not going to make a difference. See what happens with the lockup expiration. They may, take it down some more, or it may hold right in here. But, why chance it with, a day ahead of that lockup? Who knows what might happen tomorrow? So, but I do have this on the radar for a long, if we can get it right in this 4250 area, and then look for a bounce. This GRWG, we have a long on. We're in the November 17.5s. We got a nice push this morning here, up 5%. So hopefully we can clear this 19 level and then be off to the races. Last chart this morning for the update. This DDD, the printer, what do you call that? Not digital printing, but yeah, I'll just go with that, digital printing. ARK Investments, Crazy Kathy. She used to be called when she was saying Tesla 6000. Not so much anymore after the move. So ARK Investments have been doing a lot of buying in the digital printing space. And, right here at $7, to take out the 200, you'd have a target up at, $8.50, possibly even $9. Once it clears the 200, that might be a compelling long right here coming out of this little bull flag after this impulsive move. If we get that follow through, we could get a 950 stock here pretty fast. And, who knows? Things don't go down forever. So this is definitely on the upswing and one I've got on the radar. Okay, that's a quick little update for you. We're going to have to see how the afternoon rolls out, if the selling pressure subsides, if they try to put a bounce in, or if the bears want to take it lower. This morning's action, for me, puts a fine point on don't get carried away with the pajama trader moves, overnight. It doesn't take a lot of money to push these indexes around overnight. There just isn't the liquidity, isn't the big players on the field. And whenever you have a gap higher, off the open, sometimes that gap is just too irresistible for people not to sell into and try and fill. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough to certainly be on the guard for that and not, take the fake out move, that first little bar higher, and then they sell right into it and take it the other way. So hopefully you didn't get trapped by that. Hopefully you got some good entries this morning on these, FANG names and on the indexes as well. There's been some nice little trades set up. Nothing monumental, but hey, if you can peel off $1 or $2 here or there, you can have a nice day on the books. So I hope your trading's going well. I will touch base in the afternoon. Certainly if I see anything monumental, I will get out another update video this afternoon, and into the close I will do a market wrap. So okay, have a good rest of your afternoon. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. I will talk to you later.